Imagine finding two coins that look almost the same, one penny 2006 and one penny 2008, yet both hide completely different secrets. The 2006 penny carries the classic royal portcullis design, a symbol of old British power and tradition, while the 2008 penny marks a historic shift, the birth of the new royal shield, design that changed UK coins forever. But here's the twist. One of these coins might just be rarer than you think. Could your ordinary penny actually be part of a secret design transition worth more than face value? Don't blink. By the end of this video, you might look at every penny in your pocket differently. Imagine holding in your hand a coin so small it often goes unnoticed. Just one penny. But this is no ordinary penny. It's the 2006 one-pence coin of the United Kingdom, a humble piece of metal that carries a quiet history, multiple layers of meaning, and for the astute collector, a story worth uncovering. Right from the moment you pick it up, you might dismiss it as just a penny. Yet behind its modest face lies the weight of a nation's monetary evolution, and that's where our journey begins. The coin's diameter is just 20.32 millimeters, its weight about 3.56 grams, and it is struck in copper-plated steel. Small numbers, yes, but they hide a bigger tale. Consider how many hands this small disc has passed through, how many places it's seen, how many everyday transactions it's helped complete. Now imagine that each one of those transactions contributed to an ongoing story, one that you, as a coin explorer, can trace. The year 2006 places it firmly in the era of Elizabeth II, but also in a changing world of metal, mint production, and design. And so we keep asking, could this modest coin hide something extraordinary? To fully appreciate this coin, we need to rewind, not too far, but far enough. The UK decimalized its currency in 1971, moving from pounds, shillings, and pence to a system of 100 pence to the pound. The one-penny coin as we know it today took shape after that change, with design standards, weight, and dimensions set by law. The 2006 version carries on that legacy. The obverse bears the portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, sculpted by Ian Rank Broadley, IRB. A familiar face on British coinage in that era. On the reverse you'll find the crown portcullis, a symbol of the UK Parliament. The same reverse design used on many 1p coins from this period. This is a coin born in continuity, yet at the same time born during a time of change. Metal compositions were shifting, minting technologies improving, and public awareness of coin design growing. Now, let's inhabit the year 2006. What did this coin witness? In 2006, the UK was midway through the 21st century's first decade. Digital banking was growing, cash was still king for everyday purchases, and coins like this circulated widely. It would pass from pocket to machine, from shop to piggy bank, from traveler's change to small value transaction. But although so many of these coins were minted, in fact, one reference lists the mintage as 524,605,000 for the 2006 one-pence coin. That's more than $500 million. That number tells us that this coin is common in terms of quantity. But that doesn't mean it lacks intrigue. After all, when you have a mass-produced object, the interesting stories often lurk in the details. Condition, minting errors, special issues, and yes, the journey each individual coin takes. Here's where our suspense builds. While on one hand, the 2006 one-penny coin appears ordinary, large mintage, standard composition, copper-plated steel. On the other hand, the collector in you wonders, what if you happen to find a version in exceptional condition? What if there were minute variations or errors? In the world of coin collecting, rarity and story drive value. Many sources list the 2006 penny as common in circulation, with catalog values in typical circulated condition ranging from around US 15 cents to a few dollars for uncirculated pieces. But common does not equal uninteresting. You may still hold a coin whose personal journey is unique. Maybe it's uncirculated, maybe it avoided damage, maybe there's a subtle mint error nobody else noticed. And for your viewers, that possibility of finding one special coin in millions is exactly the hook. Let's explore the physical specifics in close-up. The coin is 20.32 millimeters in diameter, thickness about 1.65 millimeters, weighing 3.56 g. Its metal is steel with a copper plating, making it magnetic after the pre-1992 bronze ones which were different. The obverse inscription reads, Elizabeth II DG Reg FD. Elizabeth II, by the grace of God, Queen, Defender of the Faith. Its reverse carries the portcullis design. Because of the metallic change in earlier years, 1992, coins post 1992 have the steel/copper plating combination. The 2006 coin therefore belongs to the magnetic era. For your video, you might show a magnet test. Compare pre-1992 bronze and post-1992 steel coins. This creates visual interest and the viewer's curiosity. My coin, is it steel or bronze? Could it be early version? What about design, artistic and symbolic aspects? The reverse design, portcullis with chains, is rooted in the history of the British Parliament. The portcullis being a medieval gate often used in heraldry and official emblems. The artist Christopher Ironside originally designed this motif for British decimal coinage in the late 1960s. Then Ian Rank broadly designed the obverse portrait of the Queen, used from 1998 until 2015. There's a continuity here. The monarch's image looking outward, and a symbol looking inward. The portcullis stands for security, governance, and heritage. When you hold the coin, you hold a piece of governance more than just currency. To your viewers, you can evoke that sense of, you're holding history in your palm. And when many coins look similar, pointing out the symbol's meaning gives the audience something deeper than metal. But every coin tells a story beyond design. Its journey, its survival, its wear and tear. Many 2006 pennies circulated extensively. Some ended up in jars, some in piggy banks, some tossed in vending machines, others simply lost. What if yours survived in mint condition, untouched, hidden away? That survival alone brings suspense. Could this ordinary coin be one of the unexpectedly nice ones? In coin collecting, condition, called grade, matters a lot. A slightly better condition changes the story. And although the 2006 penny has no widely known extreme rarity or major mint error, unlike other years or denominations, its mass mintage means you never know. That one small slip at the mint, a double die, a misstrike, or a rare proof version could exist. And if you're exploring coins, that idea of hidden treasure in plain sight is compelling. Next, let's talk about how the coin fits into the broader context of coin collecting and value. According to coinscatalog.net, the value range for the 2006 one penny is generally low, USD 0.15 to 3.25, under normal conditions. Meanwhile, Coins and UK notes that proof examples, specially struck for collectors, can reach higher value. The takeaway: this is not a coin that on average fetches four-figure sums. Yet here's the twist: the possibility that your specific coin could have characteristics that elevate it: condition, error, low mintage variant, or simply story. When filming, emphasize that value is not just what the catalog says, but what each coin's story and condition deliver. Encourage viewers to inspect their 2006 pennies, check for condition, unusual features, and to document what they find as your video nears its climax. Add the suspenseful reminder. Many viewers might possess a 2006 penny in a jar, a box, or loose change. They might think it's just a penny. So what? But ask them, have you looked closely? Does your coin shine more brightly? Is it flawlessly struck? Does it feel smoother? Is it magnetic? Does it bear any unusual mark, strike-off, or misalignment? Could your penny be the one that stands out among 500 million minted? The very odds are against it, but that's what makes it thrilling. For collectors, exploration doesn't guarantee treasure, but the hunt itself is the reward. Invite your viewers. Take your 2006 penny, examine it, compare it to known standards, and see what story it might tell. Finally, wrap with the broader takeaway. This 2006 one penny coin is a humble ambassador of everyday life. It linked small purchases like a newspaper or a loaf of bread in the UK in 2006, and every time it changed hands it added a layer to its journey. For you, the coin collector or history lover, it is more than currency. It is continuity, it is story, it is potential. While most of these coins remain common, ordinary, unremarkable in value, the possibility that one might carry something exceptional invites wonder. And that sense of what if is what drives coin collecting, storytelling, and indeed your YouTube audience's engagement. So whether your coin becomes a rare gem or remains a humble keepsake, the journey of discovery is what matters. Encourage your audience to look, explore, share, and above all, enjoy the story behind the coin, because sometimes the most ordinary things hide the most compelling tales. The next penny from the year 2008. At first glance, you might dismiss it. Just one penny, right? But hold on. This humble little disc carries more story than you might expect. As you look at it, you may see the familiar portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, and on the reverse a section of a shield. You might think, okay, typical coin design. But pause, because this coin marks a subtle but profound shift in British coinage. In 2008, the design of small denomination UK coins changed. The reverse moved from the older crown portcullis motif to the new Royal Shield of Arms, designed for the 1p. So the 2008 one-penny coin is both ordinary and special, part of everyday change, yet part of a turning point. And that wrinkle, that hidden pivot moment, is our hook. Stay with me, because what seems like just a penny might hold a little piece of design revolution, a whisper of history you can touch. To appreciate this fully, let's rewind the broader story. The British decimal one-penny coin has been around since 1971, when the UK decimalized its currency. For decades, the reverse of the 1p featured a crown portcullis with chains, a symbol tied to the Palace of Westminster and British governance. Then, around 2008, the Royal Mint introduced the new shield design, created by designer Matthew Dent, where the 1p represents the left segment of the shield between the first and third quarter, England and Northern Ireland. That means when you hold a 2008 one penny, you're holding the first generation of a design that broke from decades of visual tradition. That quiet change may matter more than you expect, especially for collectors, historians, designers. It is the moment when a tiny coin stepped into the future while still looking like change. Let's zero in on the 2008 coin itself. According to Numista, the 2008 one penny of the UK is recorded as 1 penny Elizabeth II, fourth portrait, Royal Shield. The obverse shows Queen Elizabeth II, the fourth portrait by Ian Rank Broadley. On the reverse, we no longer see the portcullis but the shield section. The composition remains copper-plated steel, the post-1992 magnetic version, for many circulating coins. The coin is small, everyday, but what makes it interesting is this design threshold. Some of the 2008 coins were part of special sets, brilliant uncirculated proof, using the shield design. So right from the start, the 2008 penny straddles common circulating change and design milestone. That tension, the everyday versus the extraordinary, is what draws attention. Because if you thought just another penny, think again. Now imagine the life of this coin. In 2008, this coin might have passed from a shopper's hand at a bakery, to a coin sorter, to change in the till, or simply dropped into a piggy bank. It is common, yes, but therein lies the suspense. Among the millions of ordinary pennies, one might quietly remain in exceptional condition, or may bear a subtle variation, or simply carry an unrecorded story. And for your audience, that possibility excites. Could this 2008 penny in my pocket be one of the more interesting ones? The year 2008 marks that design change, so coins struck then might vary slightly. Some early in the year may still feature the older reverse, though officially the new shield design was introduced mid-2008, etc. That gap, that overlap, is a collector's playground. Encourage viewers to slow down, examine the coin in hand, challenge the assumption just a penny. Let's talk visuals and details. You'll want to show these in your video. The obverse inscription, Elizabeth II DG Reg FD, meaning Elizabeth II by the grace of God, Queen Defender of the Faith. On the reverse, you'll see the shield section, but you'll note that the outer rim, the ring of beating, may be absent on the reverse for this design. An evolution from previous design elements. The change from portcullis to shield means that if a viewer holds a 2008 penny, they are holding a coin that embodies design change. A move from old symbolism, portcullis, to newer heraldic unity, shield. You may overlay visuals comparing the old reverse versus the new reverse on screen. Show macro shots of the shield detail. Maybe show magnet test of copper-plated steel versus older bronze pennies. though the 2008 coin is not bronze. That physical detail, that comparison builds engagement, because the viewer sees, oh, this isn't just any 1 pence. It is a transition point. But let's stir some suspense. Common coins are often overlooked. Yet collectors know that sometimes the plainest coin can hide surprises. Minting quirks, condition anomalies, off-metal strikes, special sets. For the 2008 penny, one should ask, is this coin part of the initial run of the shield design insert? Did it slip into special sets? Was it especially well preserved? Perhaps it spent its life in a protective folder instead of a pocket. Perhaps there was an error or unusual strike that slipped through. Even though the 2008 penny isn't widely reported as a rare error spectacular in normal listings, the moment of change increases the chance of transitional oddities. To your audience, keep your eyes peeled. Among millions of coins that look alike, one might be quietly unique. That's the collector's thrill. The hidden gem in plain sight. Let's explore the value angle without overselling. Most 2008 1 pennies will circulate at face value. They are common coins. Some online listings show 2008 pennies for sale for a few dollars or pounds depending on condition. But value in coin collecting often hinges on rarity, condition, grade, historical significance, and story. For a coin that marks a design shift, condition matters a lot. Uncirculated, mint state, or part of the official uncirculated set increase interest. And if a 2008 penny is found in surprisingly pristine condition, the story becomes, here is a coin that quietly stood out. In your video you might say, don't expect thousands of pounds, but expect intrigue. That's the value of the story. Highlight that sometimes value isn't only monetary. It's the tale, the provenance, the I found this in my change moment. Now let's zoom out to the broader narrative. Why does a tiny coin matter? Because coins are everyday artifacts, objects that connect you to a moment in time. Holding a 2008 1 penny means you hold a small piece of UK history. A coin minted under Queen Elizabeth II, at a moment when British coinage design evolved. You can tell your viewers, think about all the hands, all the pockets, all the tills that 2008 pennies passed through. Think of technology. 2008 was an era when cash was still very much used for small purchases, before cards and mobile payments dominated. That context gives the coin more resonance than just a penny. And when you embed that into your script with some quiet suspense, the hidden moment of change, you give viewers a reason to care. You make the ordinary extraordinary. As you approach the climax of your video, build the invitation. Many of your viewers might have a 2008 penny in a jar, wallet, or loose change. They might say, it's just a penny, but you will ask, have you looked closely? Does the reverse show the shield section clearly? Is it in good condition? Is the coin clean and crisp rather than worn? Could it have slipped into a special set? Could it be part of the moment when the Royal Mint said, we are changing the design? The possibility, even small, is compelling. Encourage viewers to take out their coins, inspect them, compare them with reference images, which you will show on screen. Ask them to comment, share if they find something unusual. That interaction deepens engagement. The suspense. You might own a coin that quietly marks a turning point. That moment makes them lean in. Finally, tie it all together and provide the takeaway. The 2008 1 penny coin is, on its face, humble and unassuming. But because it stands at the threshold of design change, because it links everyday currency with the artistry of heraldic symbolism, because it sits in pockets and jars yet carries a story, it deserves attention. For collectors or history lovers, it offers more than face value. It offers a narrative. Remind your audience. The next time they pick up a coin, pause, look closely, consider the design, consider the year, consider the context. Encourage them to explore, to question, to look for the subtle differences. And end by saying, whether your coin becomes something special or remains a modest piece of change, the joy is in the exploration. Because sometimes the most ordinary objects hide the most compelling stories.